have oh so much to teach about the narcissism of ego and how easy it is to reach. Abundance is the greatest tool as people step onto the floor with a willingness to compromise to gain a future guaranteed with more. But there's more of us than them in this consciousness war. If attention is the currency, we're the ones they're fighting for. 17 brought the truth online, anonymous and free, showing us the creatures in the swamp for all the world to see. So money can't buy ethics, integrity for just a little. Intimidation is another tool for non-compliance with the fiddler. They've used intellect as resource in planning all their moves. Discovered the psychology of indoctrination, which propaganda helps ensue. But there's more of us than them in this consciousness war. If attention is the currency, we're the ones they're fighting for. 17 brought the truth online, anonymous and free, showing us the creatures in the swamp for all the world to see. All of which is true, but it all represents a mirror, pointing all the consciousness as a force could not be clearer. If the 1% of unholy hell can bring forth consternation that leaves behind a huge consortium to birth regeneration. Looking back in history, just several years behind, a movement known as 17 brought the anonymous online. It was the generosity of sharing through journalists unpaid that helped us see behind the screen of all the creatures in this play. Rather than intimidation, which the 1% would hail, we need to view it as a mirror, because nature never fails. The nature of this movie that will play out till it stops. How we interact and complicate with each attitude we adopt. Attitude and judgment are very closely related. We can give the 1% the win or regurgitate what's been created. For nothing is the ground state where magic finds a home. Each one of us a key inside this chaotic zone. To be the key brings internal peace from choppy waters that bring fear. They smooth out in obeyance, with God being ever near. Slaves no more to this external world, with others at the helm. In the presence of our inner peace, chaos will be underwhelmed. 'Cause there's more of us than them in this consciousness war. We're the huge consortium that they're truly fighting for. When we find that inner peace and stop feeding them our fear, consciousness is the real force, and victory draws near. 17 on 2 accounts, the letter Q online. But deeper than the movement is the consciousness divine. When nothing is your ground state and peace lives in your heart, their whole game falls apart. That's when the real